This is Craig with Craig Trader Channel. Thank you for tuning in again. Those of you that are on this journey to reach a zero account to $50,000 account within the next 5 years or less. And we're on pace to do that, the or less. And I'm going to show you what I've done this week to get there as well. Before we get started, just wanted to kind of let you know that this is not financial advice. This is an educational, informational, and entertainment journey that we're on, basically letting you know the different trades, the different investments that I'm into to grow the portfolio as large as possible, as fast as possible. This channel is all about getting rich as fast as we can, or richer fast as we can, without using just conventional methods to do it and just the regular status quo. Now, those of you that may want to go slower, you can. But again, this is not financial advice. It's a journey that I'm on. If you want to follow with me, you can. But of course, use your own due diligence, use your own research before going into investments. And if you wish, of course, seek out a credible financial advisor that would suit you. So as you see, I'm on my Craig Trader YouTube channel. Please, this material is, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos and information that I send out. Also, check the links in the description in the channel so that you can see what other things that are offered and information that may help suit you. So I'm just going down here first into the right now into some of the particular videos I made in the past. Now this one here, Journey to 50K, that's important. This one here, High Income Portfolio Update, is on track and keeping with what we're doing. But if you just take a look and browse through this, the last four videos really show the beginning of what I said, the journey from 0 to 50,000 would really entail and how to get there. Particularly this one with using the investment calculator on investmentcalculator.net. Ulti is the greatest. Is it the greatest income machine? That's the video about 3 weeks ago that really kicked it off. And we're going to go from there. Now, just to kind of show you, and you can find the links a link in the description for this. This is how I track my portfolios that I'm using for this called the Dividend Tracker. And I have a link in the description. This is a paid version. They have a free version. With this paid version, you can put several accounts in here. It will track your dividend payments. It'll track your yield that you're getting off of these accounts. And so basically a graph and show you your growth. You can also edit what you have in here, what you purchased, the amount of shares you have, what the average price is or average cost is, the yield on that particular investment. All of that's found in the dividend tracker. I only pay $8.99 a month for the paid version. You can put, I think, up to 10 accounts in here. And it has a lot of different benefits here. The payout calculator or payout calendar is one of them that I also like. You go to the payout calendar, and basically what it will do is show you when your particular investments are paying out. I don't know why that's not. Oh, there we go. Kind of took a little bit of time there. I'm down in my basement right now, so maybe the signal is a little bit slow. But as we see here, my monthly average right now off of this particular accounts is $1,421. September income should be right at around $1,800. Projected annual income right now, $1,700. That's what is invested now. And if we go down here, it tells you the different particular holdings you have and when they will pay out. So September 1st through the 6th, September 7th through the 13th, and so on. So you can see when you're going to get paid and on what throughout the month. I really love this dividend tracker. As I said, use the link in my description, and to get it, and you can get a free version. The paid version, like I said, is just $9 a month. That's the premium shown down here. So, and then of course through here, it'll let you know the calendar. So I'm getting paid some kind of dividends. Looks like almost every day of the month, which I didn't realize that until I start plugging this stuff into the dividend tracker program. Of course, no dividends on Sunday. Wednesday, I don't know why I didn't get any dividends on the 10th. I don't know. Saturday the 6th, no dividends. Saturday the 27th, which is today, September 27th, 2025, it says I won't receive any dividends. I don't know, but I received dividends on the 13th and on the 20th. So on the 13th, it says I received $74.61. Let me click on that and see. Oh, I see. Okay, so I have some clip and some Morrow that I received dividends on a Morrow was $71.39. So 74.61. All right, great, wonderful. So on this journey, what we're doing, basically, I'm showing you what I'm doing, and I'm actually accelerating this, so I should hit the 50,000 much sooner than some of you. Don't let that discourage you though, because you use whatever it is you're comfortable with. Use whatever time frame that you're working with. And as I said, with this particular, not what I'm using is margin in my Robinhood account. I have margin loan. Basically, with margin, you put with a margin account. If you put $1,000 in there, it'll give you $4,000 basically worth of buying power, and that's how I'm going to accelerate and increase the amount of dividends that I receive and the amount of holdings that I have at an exponential rate. And of course, those of you that are doing it will do the same. Of course, there's some risk involved in it. I don't think it's much risk on my end, and for the simple fact that the dividends that you're buying and the loan amount, which is about I think 5.5 or 6% margin loan, is nothing compared to the income that we're collecting off of these different holdings that will pay back the loan, and also as it's paying out dividends then it also increased the account and increased the amount of buying power that you have. So just kind of to look at this, I have a margin loan out right now of 25,915, which is incredible because as you see here, the actual cash value of the account is at close to 15,000. Now, this is incredible because I did make some more deposits over the past week to accelerate this growth. I took some money out of the account. I took some money out of some earnings I have. I took some money out of my Roth account even to put into this regular investment account. And you may say, well, why did you do that? Well, first of all, I am at the age where I can withdraw some money from my Roth without tax penalty. But that's not the main reason. The main reason is even if I were going to pay taxes on that money I pulled out, it doesn't matter to me because you may pay the whatever the 10-20%, but you're going to use that same money if you draw 1,000 out to actually create $4,000 of buying power to accelerate and boost your income. And right now, my goal is to accelerate and boost my income back up to a point from any drawbacks and things like that to increase the wealth, increase the income fast as possible to as high as possible. And then I can always put excess money back into the Roth. And so you may want to consider that yourself. So as I said, as you see, this is 14,800, roughly close to say $15,000 in the account. But with this particular account, if you go over here to my dividend tracker and I'm on the Robinhood portfolio, it has created that 14.8 is creating a $39,000 holding. And that's how we're going to accelerate our growth and our income quickly, very quickly over the next few months. So you're exponentially increasing this. And as I said, September income on this says 1674. I believe it'll be up higher than that even before the end of the month. And by the beginning of the month, I'm going to put some more money into this account. The dividend calculator or investment calculator that I like to use is free. Calculator.net is the website. And this helps you to kind of map out where you're going with your investments. So, or where you're trying to go. So if we take this plug in which, by the way, I've doubled this account in the last within the last month. Within the last 3 weeks, I have doubled this account, and it has been not just pure growth, but it's been through the investments as well as the growth. And I'll show you that in a moment. So back to the calculator. If we take and just plug in, and you can play with the numbers here. I'm using very conservative numbers because I use some of the money that I get from these dividends to also live off of. Uh, and pay bills, things of that nature, pay tax bills, etc. Because I'm a 1099 person and only part time, I have to pay taxes on my income. I'm not a W-2 income earner, so they don't deduct taxes out of my earnings. So if we look at this, so we'll just say at 5 years, and I'm going to even take this down. So at 5 years, we'll just say 5 years from now at 15,000. And again, your starting amount is whatever you want to plug in here. You may start with $100. You may start with $500. You may start with 1,000. Some of you may already start with 50,000 and say, I want to grow my account to whatever it can be, whatever it's going to be based on the calculations within the next 5 years. That's fine. That's wonderful. You tailor this to yourself and never feel bad about where you're starting. There's a scripture that says, don't despise small beginnings. So any beginning is a beginning. The main thing is getting on the journey, getting on the road, whatever you can do and the best you can do, it will elevate from that point, and you'll still be earning the percentages that are needed or that are desired based on the amount of money you're putting in. So everything is relative. Everybody starts out at a different point in their investment journey in their life. You start with yours. Get excited. Feel good when you invest, even when there's drawbacks. This week had a drawback and some pullback. Some people were panicking. I get a little excited when I see a drawback. Why? Because I use some more of my buying power in the account to take advantage of the drawbacks or the pullbacks so that I can increase the shares that I have. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I think I had about 300 or so shares of ULTY from YieldMax. I'm up to 624 shares now, and that'll increase by Monday because I actually have an order in to buy some more that'll trigger buying a buy order on Monday. And so you start wherever you're at and whatever you want to do with your journey. Now, with me, I use a conservative rate of 25% return, as I said, because I am actually using some of my money. If I were not using my dividends, as you see here, and all of this is proven mathematically. So this is not pie in the sky or just a dream. Right now, my dividend yield on this account is 81% based on the investments that I have in there right now. 81% a year return. Where are you getting that? And some people say, well, you've got uh, expense or cost, the management fees, things of that nature. Okay, so even if that's 2% a year or whatever, uh, that's inconsequential. It's nothing. So if you even if you take say you're off by 10%, or you got expenses and things, so that's just say a 71% return yield. You're not going to get that most places. So even in the high yield world, you just have to be careful what you're investing in. And as I said, you'll find some guidance along the way as I'm doing it, because I've made a lot of mistakes in the past and rode some of this stuff like Misty all the way down. but I'm very cautious now. I have trailing stops on my major holdings that will trigger a sale if it falls below a certain percentage. And then I can always either switch that money to some other fund or go back into that same fund as it drops down. So remember, you're in control of your finances when you're investing in your account. So if you want to get a Robinhood account, which I love the Robinhood platform, there's a link in my description where you can use that link to also open up a Robinhood account. You'll get some free stock. Come on and get that free stock, get free money. There's a stash account for those that also that want to invest on a consistent basis. The stash account, you can't do the same things as the Robinhood account, but if you're a more conservative investor, you can get a Robinhood account and a stash account. Check them both out. You're going to get free stock, free money from each one of them by opening the account and funding the account. So, uh, as we go back here, I'm going to put in $15,000 roughly of what the account is right now. We'll say 5-year return, monthly compounding rate because I receive the dividends mostly monthly. But as I showed you earlier, I'm actually collecting dividends all throughout the month. And then I'm putting an additional $1,000 into the account, at least $1,000 per month back into the account where you may say, well, I don't have $1,000 to put in. Well, again, you put in whatever you can put in, but also keep in mind that whatever you're putting in is compounding every month because you're getting dividends from it. So even if you didn't need to use your dividends and you put it in what's called a DRIP or a dividend reinvestment plan to just reinvest the dividends as the account is growing, that's still going to even increase your margin, your buying power, and your portfolio over time as you're putting in whatever it is you're putting in $50 a month, $100 a month. I'm just supercharging my account to get it up fast as possible so I can kick off these dividends to cover all of my bills relatively quickly, probably within the next couple of months. I'll be there. So, and I'm just documenting the journey so you can see how this works and how you can increase your wealth and knowledge at the same time. So if I'm contributing $1,000 a month, which I did more than that this month, let's calculate. You go down here and you calculate. When you hit calculate, you go over here and see the results. The end results are showing us that the end balance mathematically would be $169,000 in the account, starting with 15,000. Total contribution 60,000, which would bring the total to 75,000 put in, right? But the interest or the compounding interest or return just off 25% a month would earn $94,000 over that period of time. So that's incredible. So even some of you, if you're starting, let's just say you're starting with $0, or we'll say $100. Let's start you off with $100, and you're not going to use your return. So we're going to say you get some of the funds you may decide to go into, you're getting a return rate of about 50% a year. And then we'll say you're contributing 200 a month. Now, I think my formula I tracked, you need to put at least 700 a month in to get to that 50,000, but at about a 25% rate. But if we'll say we're doing 500 a month, that you can do 500 a month at 50% return. And that's with pullbacks, drawdowns, etc., reinvesting everything. But see, look at that. That's incredible. If you start today with $100, 5 years from now with a 50% return monthly compounded, adding 500 a month, your end balance in 5 years should be $128,000. You can retire by investing in these high yield dividend funds. You can literally retire from your 9 to 5 with this money, and less. I'm doing it on less, and I've had over that at one point, but that's a whole nother story. I did a lot of spending, I did a lot of splurging, I did a lot of traveling, and I brought my account values down So I'm back on track again, and we're going to get back up here and beyond uh, that 128,000. But if you take it conservatively, like I said, and we'll just say you're more conservative, you're going to do 25% return rate because you may not want to invest in some of the high yield things I'm doing. And say you can contribute 250 a month over the next 5 years. Well, as you see here, that's 30 grand right there. You're at 30 grand. All you have to do is either tweak this number, the return rate, or the additional contribution you're making. So if we go 300 a month, a little tweaking, you're up to 35,000 in 5 years. Tweak it some more, 400 a month. There you go. You're close to your 50,000. And so if we do 450, I'm sure that'll put us over the top for you. There we go. 5 years, $53,000. Boom. You've hit your target. We've hit our challenge. And as I said, we're going to do this faster. Those of you that can invest more, then of course you'll invest more. Those of you that can't, don't worry about it. Feel happy about what you can do and that you're making a decision to move forward and increase your financial independence. Your, as they say, the FIRE lifestyle, financially independent, retire early movement. So this is a great thing. So I've doubled this account by investing. And if we go over here, so we can see some of the holdings I got. My main ones, Ulti. I got a little bit of YMAX. I actually sold off a lot of this in the past to put in the Ulti because it has a higher yield. I've got some LFGY, some of this which is not a yield max fund. I'm getting into some of the oil now because oil has been beaten down. So I want to catch this and buy into it now while it's still out of favor. And as oil prices and things of that nature go up, of course, my value will go up. And of course, the dividends will probably go up because it's derivative income that they're trading off of to produce these yields for us. Now, USOY, I like that, really like that for the oil play. If we look at this on the side, we can see here that I'm down 4% overall on the account. That's nothing. 5% on this, nothing. Y mag, I'm actually up. I'm positive overall. And as I said, this past week we had a pullback. So this is including the pullbacks on it. And as I was buying down into it, this AIYY, this has been kind of out of favor, but I'm beginning to invest in that. So I've got 242 shares of that. Tesla, I'm in the green on Tesla. This other one here, which is a weekly paying Tesla through Roundhill, I kind of combine those. So as you see, I don't do the just yield max. I may couple it and double it with another weekly paying one. So which is probably why I'm getting paid once a month on this and once a week on this. And I just combine. I like to combine and see, and also kind of research and see which one does better and how it's doing overall. TSMY is another one that I'm increasing my stake in. Google has been kind of GUI is based on Google derivative, and that's a great investment as well. And it doesn't pay as high of a dividend, but I like it. And of course, we know that Google has been increasing in value. It's very much part of the AI play. And so I'm up overall 12% on that investment. Or Coney is down 6%. I'm not worried about that. As the uh, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency um, sector catches on more, I suspect this will increase a great deal. Maro, which is based on Mara, Pulte, based on Palantir. Of course, Palantir has been a great investment, and I buy it mostly through these high yield investments. NVIDIA or NVIDI, I have a lot of that. Hui, which is Robinhood, Hui. Um, I'm up on both of those. As you see, I'm in the green and collecting an income off of these. Misty, I'm down probably the most on Misty, which is MicroStrategy, because it pulled back a great deal this past week, down 13%. I'm not worried about. I'm going to buy into this some more as money comes up. I may even do it Monday with part of this buying power. And so, if you go back to the past video, as I said, you'll see in my past video where on this one, Ulti, is it the greatest income machine, which was done 3 weeks ago. I was at 76.64 in the account with buying power back then of 12.93. I used all of that buying power to, as I said, snowball and go into other investments to keep on increasing the amount of shares. That's what will snowball you into a greater income, greater wealth, a greater portfolio value. We're snowballing this margin account and using it to buy more shares, which kicks off more cash back into the account, which increases the margin account again, which buys more shares, which kicks off income, which increases the margin account, which buys more shares. And so it's a snowball circle effect of exponentially growing the wealth, as well as whatever you're investing on top of what the dividends are paying. So it's incredible. As I said, go through the Craig Trader channel. Look through some of the videos to ones that interest you. These are my last four that I've done, and of course that'll be today's will be included in here as well. But take a look at it. Get the investment calculator on you. Go to that site for free. Dividend Tracker. I highly recommend that you use the Dividend Tracker to track exactly what you're doing to see in real time what's going on. And I think it updates every day or every 24 hours. So you may plug something in. I don't like attaching my account to this thing, so I actually literally plug these investments in myself. I've done all of that myself, which is fine. I have the time to do it. And so, uh, as you see, my value of here a while ago, quite a while ago, was as high as 82,000. But I shifted money around, like I said, a lot of shifting. Now I'm reshifting money back in, building this up. From August, like you see here, from August 15th or August 18th, I was down as low as $1,600 before I started putting money in and compounding. And as you see it with an exponential rate, going up to where I'm now close to $40,000 in holdings with only $14,800 in the account. Please like, subscribe, let other people know, share this video, and we're on this journey for $50,000. I doubled this account, as I just showed you, within the last 3 weeks by some contributions, by increasing the value, and I had a dividend payout today, which brought this up. This was actually $14,000 yesterday. Today, when I woke up, it was 14,801 because I received $800 in dividends for this past week. And so thank you, like, subscribe. Thank you all for tuning in. Look, we're in this game to win, but you can't win the game if you're not in the game. Get in the game, play to win, enjoy yourself, enjoy the journey. Look, be focused, be happy, be blessed, and I'll see you soon.